Nigga!
Back and I live in the back of the jungle. Lions, tigers, bears.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Smith is out there with Bird. Then it's Curry. Then it's Chet Holmgren. And it's Williams at the 2-guard. And for Chicago, Anthony is out there with Garnett. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Jason Kidd, and it's Olajuwon in at the 5 spot. Well, Greg, look at this. Two of the best shooters to ever put on a basketball uniform are playing together. Larry Bird and Stephen Curry. Does it get any better than these guys?
No, but people will argue with you. But the answer is not a chance. It just does not. These guys find a way to get the ball in the hoop.
Greg, you're right about that. It doesn't matter where they let it go from. It seriously feels like every single shot is going in.
And it's almost shocking when they don't.
Here's Williams. Jason Kidd making his last shot. The shot by Curry, no good. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Olajuwon dishes to Kidd. Here's Garnett. No good with the triple. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And here is Williams, following the three-pointer by Jason Kidd. Smith sets the pick for Curry. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Olajuwon passes to Kidd. Anthony with it from deep three-point land. Good in the assist to Kidd.
And that was an absolute bomb. Carmelo is showing how confident he is.
Curry dishes to Bird. Pass to Smith. Back to Bird to end the run. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Garnett. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. Gilgeous-Alexander. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Stephen Curry. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Bird finds Williams. Floats it up for Holmgren. It's stolen by Olajuwon. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries the corner three. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6. Boston off to a slow start. Looking for the first basket of the game. Here's Smith. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Boston. So it's Boston now. It's a 14-point game. 5 to shoot. On its way from Curry for 2, and he hits the jump shot.
Just so fun to watch Steph Curry shoot a jump shot. It doesn't get any better than watching this guy pull the trigger.
Now Anthony. Olajuwon with a screen on Bird. Again, Chicago.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Here's Elijah. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And that one falls for Elijah. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Bird. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Boston trails by 15. Curry on the wing. Defended by Payton. For 3. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Here's Chicago. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. Puts up a 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Elijah. Chicago making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in.
Number 32, Shaquille O'Neal.
Here's Williams. Still without a basket. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Curry. And it's Chicago with the rebound. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Mashburn, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Checked in for Chicago. And then for Boston, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Chet Holmgren. Bird comes in for Anthony. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Curry. Now here's Williams. Pass to Cousins. VanVleet outside. Bird kicks to Cousins. 6 to shoot. Great play by Bird to set it up.
Yeah, his body is a huge advantage for him, and Cousins uses it so well. First couple steps are pretty quick for a guy his size.
Here's Morant. Driving inside. Can't connect from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Cousins trying to free himself up. They retain possession.
And the edge Kuzma plays with is terrific. A tough, versatile player who plays with a real hunger to keep getting better.
Celtics making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in, and both free throws good for Kuzma.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's Morant. Shaq down low. Another shot. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Chicago, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And it's VanVleet with the ball for the Celtics, trailing by 13. On the court for the Celtics, They've got Kyle Kuzma. DeRozan out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Bird. And it's Cousins. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Drills the three-pointer.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now here's VanVleet. No scoring in this one. Launches a three, and it's rebounded by Mashburn.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Here's DeRozan. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And it's good, 2 points.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Mashburn. Another three for Chicago.
And you have to be cognizant of Mashburn's long-range shooting ability. This guy is really accurate from out there.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Anthony's checked in for Edwards. And a change for the Celtics. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma.
Substitution on the court.
VanVleet against Payton. Outside DeRozan. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
And if you give him a sliver of daylight, DeMar DeRozan will eat your lunch from the mid-range.
Payton outside, tries it from 19, count it. And Chicago leads by 17.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Cousins, it's good. Cousins has got his second bucket. Chicago leading by 15. Payton surveying the floor. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim.
Oh, nice play call by Payton. He sees the defensive layout and knows the pick and roll will open things up.
Pass to Bird. Here's Cousins. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Chicago making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Celtics. Williams comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Rose passes to Payton. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Payton against VanVleet. Inside, here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
A gifted aerial artist. Smith loves getting to the hoop.
Here's Mashburn. Sinks the three-pointer. Mashburn's got 12.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
There's the drive. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Mashburn's got 12 now in this quarter.
And this is how special Mashburn is on the drive, using that athleticism to just explode towards the rim.
VanVleet passes to Smith. Over Mutombo. And he can't bank that one in. Chicago leading by 22. On the wing, Payton. Off target with his three. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Van Vliet. Bird left side. Over Peyton. Bird can't hit. Chicago with the ball. And the rejection by Bird. Williams with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Anthony in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 8 points for him.
A quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch-and-shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Nine seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Curry from deep three-point territory. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Chicago, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Trae Young is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Garnett, then it's Olajuwon, and it's Edwards in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. He gets that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Chicago. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Smith with the basket on the assist by Williams. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And good touch there on the block. Smith knows he has the green light to attack down low.
A nice shot by Young.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Here's Curry following the basket by Trae Young. Curry kicks to Williams. Clock at 4. Smith with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander from 12 feet out, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the wingspan coming into play for SGA, just getting on top of that one.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Now, here is Young. Here's Garnett, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And the arms of Garnett go on forever, and that length makes him a problem on the offensive glass.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Which latest section wants a t-shirt? That was amazing. Let's hear it for your Chicago dancers.
Smith, the pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. The three. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Edwards dishes to Olajuwon. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And Anthony Edwards gets the three.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. We've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Curry finds Bird. Smith with it. Williams up on top. Smith with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Smith. Holmgren. The shot, no good. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Williams against Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Curry. Pass to Bird. They double-team Bird. Williams with a clean look. And again, Boston with the triple.
A defense cannot leave a potent scorer like Lou Williams that open.
Olajuwon with a screen on Curry. Offensive rebound. Olajuwon kicks to Edwards. Trains it from beyond the arc. Edwards got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Chicago. Gilgeous-Alexander against Williams. Curry on the wing. Pass to Holmgren. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Holmgren's got his first points of the game.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Williams looking over the floor. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And he recovers it. Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. The second chance effort. Bird can't hit.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now, here is Young. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. For the three. Kept alive. Garnett the pass to Edwards. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time. Garnett's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Holmgren. And so it's Chicago. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Chicago. On the floor for Boston. They've got Anthony. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Smith. Then it's Williams. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. Anthony with the block.
He works so hard on the defensive end. Anthony proving to be a difference maker.
Here's Morant. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Chicago?
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Smith, no luck. Chicago with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And Kidd, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Celtics. DeRozan comes in for Fred VanVleet. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Anthony up on top, covered by Anthony. DeRozan against Morant. High, arcing shot, and Shaq pulls it down. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds in this game. Mashburn, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Is such a skilled player. Mashburn can be a handful to keep up with as a defender. His game has that interesting mix of physicality and agility to it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Bird comes in for Anthony. And Stephen Curry subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Curry with the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Mashburn's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Morant, that's for 2. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Shoots over Morant. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Here's Kidd. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
It's amazing how many ways Kidd sparks their offense.
Jason Kidd.
Both free throws good from Kidd. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Bounce pass from Williams. The fader. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Williams.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Chicago.
Here's Kidd. Pops in the layup for 2.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Now here is Smith. Williams kicks to Curry. And it's Smith top of the key. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. With the drive. 6 on the shot clock. Can't cash in from the high post. Here's Chicago. They've got a 13-2 run going. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Out to Morant. They get it back. Fires from deep. Here's Shaq. And finished off by O'Neal.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Curry against Kidd. From the wing, Curry gets the bucket.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Morant with it. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bird outside. Unloads. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here. Wow. Just wow. I mean, Anthony letting that creativity shine through on that finish.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. Outside Williams. Outside Curry. Over Mashburn. That misses off the backboard. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 17-4 run. Basket counts.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but Once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Curry. Following the basket by John Morant. Right side Curry. Clock at 6. Launches it. Chicago grabs the miss.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.